So in this lecture we will continue this part, and you can also open this tool text model number 4. So till now we have completed the meshing of this part. So now let's check its edges. So preview equivalence, here find edges. So make sure there is no free edge. No edge here, here. So it looks fine here. Okay, there is some free edge here, and to check the free edge properly you can also right click and isolate this. So there is only one free, there is also free edge here, and there is one free edge here. Okay, Shift plus F3, delete edge, right click and isolate only this. So first let's check why it is showing free edge here. Preview cleanse. Okay, this edge, this was for this. Okay, no problem. And we have to equivalence them. So F3, pick up this and this. Then this will equivalence. After this we can drag this from left to right. So here CAD is looking fine here. But here you can see there is some distortion. So for this I will have to split this from here to here, and I will toggle this. Okay, so now let's first check all the parts here. I will right click and show. So make sure there is proper split. Okay, you can see there is one more split here with this red plate and the blue plate. So press A for the surface edit, trim with line, select this surface and trim this line. Okay, and once again right click and isolate this. So where we have projected this, here. We also have to take this node here. So what I do, I will make F8 and let's say make it 2 here. I will create node or here, then F3, move this from to this, so that we can have a good connectivity here. Okay, after that we can try the mesh here. So here select by face, then in the destination select this, in the guiding lines select this line, here this line, here all these lines as guiding lines. Also have to do these circular lines. Once again this line, and give it all these lines so it can create a good mesh. Similarly here this line, and here, not this one. And let's check what kind of mesh it makes. Mesh this. And here you can see it has done the mesh. Okay, the mesh is looking good here. Now we will have to check it once again. So select wireframe here. The only thing is these nodes are not onto the line. So for this what we can do is we can project them. So Shift plus F7, then node by path from this to this, like this. For example, here we can project them. Okay, now it is properly projected. Similarly, this time I will take the complete path from here to here until here, and select all the line up to here. and let's make it shaded, but still you can see some nodes are still not on the face. So I will press O and in the graphic make it level 5. Now I will press Shift plus F7 once again, then go to here, select nodes, node by face. Okay, let's say I will select this surface and let's check whether these nodes are projected or not. Okay, similarly I want to project this onto this face, then select this by face and project. Make sure another nodes are not selected. Okay, it looks like the mesh is good here. I will hide this. Okay, the mesh is looking fine. Similarly here the mesh is not projected on the surface, so I will pick these nodes manually one by one, pick up this onto this face. Now let's check the element quality, because you can see some nodes are little bit disturbed. So F10. So wall page maximum is 52. Okay, not a big problem. Angle is 33, it is good, and 152, so it is fine. If you want to improve this wall page, what you can do is go to F7, place node, pick up this face and try to move it like this. Then once again I will check wall page. You can see it is 46, below 50, so it is good now. So mesh of this part is now completed, and only remaining part is here is only the bottom plate. So if I turn on everything here, component, right click, show. So only part remaining right now is this bottom plate. But one more thing we have to do here is, here you can see the connectivity between these two parts is not proper. Now we also have to make this connectivity once again. So give it some name, like this is 7. Okay, make it 8. Okay, so once again I will make a right click and then isolate only, and I will turn on this solid map. You can see if I on this solid map 1, these nodes should be connected properly, but here these are not connected. So to make them connected, once again we need to make some changes into this mesh. So rather than changing the complete mesh, I will show you how to work on a localized mesh, means on a small portion of the mesh in case of hex mesh. So I will make a dummy component here, right click, create a new component. Let's say the name is 1. Okay, so I will hide this mesh here and Shift plus F11. I will select up to, let's say, element here, this layer of element, only the solid element I want. I will move this in the component 1, move. I will hide this and let's see. Okay, fine. Now I will turn on this mesh. Now I will need this mesh projection onto this face. Let's change the color a little bit. Let's say I'll pick this color. Okay, and now what I will do is I will make some changes onto this mesh and I will project it onto this face. Okay, so now let's delete some localized part of the mesh. Is this still solid? Okay, this is solid. We only need 2D. So extract the faces here. Faces. Now I only need the faces. Okay, so after finding the faces, right click on the first part. Okay, right click, isolate only, Now I don't need this mesh, so F2 and delete all this mesh. Okay, so I will turn on this faces, I will turn on this part 7, also the mesh. I need this projection onto this mesh, so press F2 and delete some element by face, not delete here, so I will leave this, and similarly I will leave this and delete, and solid view. So I will make a ruled mesh here, so press R and make a ruled mesh like this, and okay, here up to here, node path like this. Okay, similarly we will do a mesh here. So just to make sure we are doing this mesh to have a proper connectivity. So let's say I will pick up from here to here. Okay, now you can see we have a proper connectivity with this mesh. And now just move everything, shift plus F11 in the destination number 1. So okay, not here, by face in the destination number 1, move. So now I can remesh this. So, and I can also delete this bottom face element, I don't need this. Similarly we also need the other element. Okay, by face and delete. Then go to F12, just remesh this, remesh remaining this face. Okay, so now you can see there is a proper connectivity this time. Here you can see. Again, you can change the mesh flow according to your requirement. So we have now this mesh, we have the connectivity here. Okay, so now I will do the solid of this. So to do the solid, I have to split this face. So I will go to surface. Okay, here first I will unsplit this, I don't need this. Then I will split this, split surface, this surface with this node, so we have a destination geometry. Okay, so now solid map, select this by face. Now in the destination select this, and now in the guiding I will select this face and this face. With this face it will have connectivity with the other 3D elements, and here select by face, and also here we can give this line and mesh it. Okay, so now if I turn on only the solid map 8 and this one, right click, isolate only. Okay, then if I check the equivalence here, you can see these are already equivalent. And if I turn on the solid map 1, now you can see here there is a proper connectivity with this part. Earlier there was no connectivity, so that is why we have done this process. So turn off this, then shift plus F11. In the destination this will be solid map 8 and all these elements will be in this. Okay, so I don't need this one and this. Right click and delete the extra component. Right click, show only. So you can see major part of the meshing is completed. We only have to mesh this bottom plate. So that bottom plate is part number 1. Right click, show. Okay, so now we have to take projection also to have connectivity with the bottom plate, and I will need this cat 7 number. Okay, so now I will hide all this. Right click and hide them. So I will need this split. So surface split, here trim with lines, here select the surface and split, and select the lines of this blue part, this line, this line, this line, this one, here, this one, this part, and trim. Similarly, select this face and trim it, trim that. And now similarly here up to here. Okay. So if I only turn on this first number, you can see we have a split of this. Similarly, we also need the split of this one. I think it is deleted by me, so I will turn on all these show. We will need split of this part and also this blue part. Okay, so this blue part is part number 12 and this is part number 3. Okay, right click, isolate only, turn on part number this, and now I will go to once again surface edit, select this and all this, delete and trim, and after that part number 12, I will hide all these part which I don't need. So one more split here just, and surface, and split it with this. You can see there is a little bit of gap, but no problem. Okay, so now I will make right click. Okay, now the split is completed. After the split, we also need the mesh. So select everything, right click, show. Okay, so now we need to extract faces of everything. Face. I think we need to change the color of this part and return. Now let's see what we need. So shift plus F11 in the destination, select this one, and we need the bottom face of this, bottom face of this, bottom face of this. Okay, only these component. Okay, here until here. So by face, this one, okay, not this one, this layer, and I will move it. Okay, so now I will make a right click, isolate only, and just shaded it and hide this. So now we only left with what we need. So I will save this view, let's say view number 4. Okay, so after that we will continue this mesh in the next lecture. So I will save this file as part number 5.